Okay. So I sometimes feel that I find it very hard to relax because there's a lot of chatter, a lot of noise in my head, a lot of thinking. What's your advice for people who are in that situation to help them relax?
Well, the quick response to that is this. You need to do things that you already know that works before you take on something new. Because most people are not very comfortable doing something new. Mm-hmm. Generally, if you think hard enough, you will find what relaxes you. Most people, it's generally having a massage, or if there's not enough time for that, having a bath, mm-hmm. or going for a walk, or reading a book that is puts you at ease, or listen to some calming music, or breathing, or meditating. Meditating doesn't have to be crossing your leg and doing the arm sound. It could simply mean just even washing the plate and the phone's moving around and you're taking a breath in and you're looking at the phone as it goes along. And in effect, what you're trying to do is you're trying to bore your mind. That's what you're trying to do. That's what meditation, in effect, is what it is. So you can go back to that emptiness of mind. So you do same things repeated, in a repeated format, and so you slow it down so you can just wind down and empty out slowly, or it could be you're taking the step up the stairs and you're being really conscious about each step you take and taking the breath just like that. And this will automatically unplug you from all the different places you're plugged in, which makes the mind go really fast and really busy. And then you find yourself unplugging and you might have a few things still running, but not as much as before. And then before you know it, when you do that long enough, you are just plugged into one or two things, and then sometimes, and then one, and then before you know you're there, the steps, taking each step, or you're there washing the plate, or you're there washing your hair, or you're there doing whatever you're doing at that moment, and whatever you're doing at that moment is your only purpose. That's the concept of being in the moment, and that's the concept of being at ease, where whatever you're doing at that point is your only purpose. Doesn't matter what it is. And then your system settles down, and you're at ease. And that's really the most basic form of meditation. It's not complicated. It's not huge as people think it is. It's actually a lot more basic and simple than that. And if you want to go into the real realms of getting your mind to be at ease, then you have to do something with your physiology. You have to watch how you sit. If you sit and you're crouched down like that, it's very hard to be at ease because you're blocking your breathing flow. And already your lung capacity is probably about 6-7% anyway, because most of us shallow breathe, and we only breathe when we sleep. So if you're blocking that, and we all know that if you don't breathe, that's the quickest way to kill your cells. In effect, the quickest way to kill yourself, more than lack of food or even lack of air. You could die quicker. Lack of water, sorry. You could die quicker when you don't have any air or any breath. So now, if you check your physiology is in a position where your hair flow is better. You will find yourself less busy in the mind. And you will find that the more busy you are in your mind, the less you breathe. If you consciously observe other people, you will see that. And if you observe yourself as well, you will see that. So the first rule, and I don't like rules by the way, but the first important thing is just to be aware of what you're doing with your physiology.
So my breathing is really important. Are there other things I can do with my body to help me relax?
Yeah, just make sure that you are in a physiological position that aids your breathing. Not hands folded in the stomach, basically if you shrink, you breathe less. If you expand, you breathe more. That's why when you're laughing, you don't see anybody laughing and shrinking. They expand. You don't see anybody being joyous and shrinking. They expand. That's what will bring you ease.
Okay, that's great. So you're saying the main things are to try as much as we can to be really present in the moment that we're in.
Well,
And to think
yeah.
about that physiology as well in terms of governing how we feel.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But mostly starting with things you're already used to, because you already have all the things you need to get to where you need to get to. Start with that first instead of trying something too new that your system might not adhere to. And that's all there is to it, really. But your physiology is the most important.
That's great. Thank you.